And here we have a solar flower, actually part of a solar flower. Here's a whole solar flower that I set up earlier. And we're getting same measuring distance. We're getting twice the EU, at least, if not 3 or 4 times what you get out of a nuclear reactor. I don't have anything jury rigged. I'm not going a real long distance here. I can come back here and measure it coming right out of the reactor, and it's still between 100 and 180 EU. I like the solar panels better, the solar collectors better, simply because, yes, they are more resource intensive. You have to do a lot more gathering of materials, but they are safer, I guess. With the nuclear reactor, you see I have, and I missed a spot there, but I have set up an obsidian chamber. You either have to use obsidian or reinforced stone, and obsidian works better than the reinforced stone in my testing. With a reinforced door on it, and you have to surround it by water to make the reactor relatively safe. Now, it can still explode and melt down or whatever, and I don't know how to make it melt down. I would for a video if I could, but it can actually disrupt still this sandy area, and I would assume some other areas like dirt or gravel probably would be disruptible. The solar flowers, I know they're not as attractive. You can hide the nuclear underground if you wanted to, and that's what I've done in my multiplayer while I was setting up and getting ready and learning how to do the nuclear. But the solar just, it seems to me to be a better alternative because you don't have the inherent danger in there if you forget or screw up in your building of your test chamber. Then you can nuke half your town or half your stuff and destroy it all. But with the solar flower, obviously you see I've got high voltage running over there or whatever, but a single solar flower does more output than, and I can take and break that out of there. A single solar flower does twice the output, if not 3 times the output. Let's see. Set it to short again. I'm getting so much lag today. It does 3 times the output of the nuclear reactor. Just seems to me the safer bet. And once this is set up, you can set it up away from your base or away from your city where you're going to be, using your electricity, and run high voltage all the way into your city, because of the high voltage, I mean, you can run massive distances in high voltage, and you're really just not going to get that much loss. I didn't think to measure that before I destroyed it, but let me get it set back up here and I'll show you. The high voltage is really good if you want to set up a like a electrified moat. It will kill creatures. See, 22,000 EU, 12,000 EU, and that's per second, or nanosecond or whatever, if I took and set it to a very long time frame, which is, and all this stuff is in the Industrial Craft Wiki. 84,000, basically 84,000 watts. That's enough to fricassee creepers, spy chickens, Mr. Zombie. Mr. Zombie, I sure did miss you. Anyways, it's enough to take care of anything. If you want to make an electrified moat with a switch cable, you can actually, like, I could put a switch out here and flip it on whenever I'm inside if I just wanted to grind mobs while I'm in my house, cooking up industrial craft recipes or whatever. That's pretty much it for the nuclear reactor. I don't know if there was anything else in specific that you guys were wanting to see as far as how the nuclear reactor worked or whatever. It's pretty much like any other electrical system in industrial craft. You know, you can wire from it. It runs off of fuel or whatever with the fuel ingots. That's the other thing that I really don't like about the nuclear reactor. If you're basing all of your electrical needs off of the nuclear reactor, it's dependent upon you finding a lot of uranium. So you're going to have to continuously mine and look for uranium, or you're going to have to cheat it into the game. I mean, the sun is going to shine every day, so the solar is just going to work. And if you set up